All right, Sonny's she's always on this show. We love her so much. Jena Dennis from Great Expectations Realty is back with us. You know, she always talks to us about Hastings Main Street, keeps us all with the latest and greatest. Well, today she's joined by a superhero of bugs, Corey Coates from Bug Bombers, and we're getting into creepy, crawly sides of Florida living. But, guys, this is a really cool conversation, so we need to know what we need to know about the summer season and those crazy critters that
we don't need to know
with.
anything, but
I want to learn about
call
this.
the dude to get rid of the bugs.
True.
That's all we need
True.
to know. Tell us about the bugs and tell us how to not have them come to our house.
But before we get into talking to Corey, we're going to talk to Jena and get some updates. Jena, how are you today?
Amazing. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, and so we love having these conversations. How's the venue going? How's everything?
Awesome. We
Out in
had a
Hastings?
great little farm to table dinner last Saturday.
How was that?
For Slow Foods movement. It was so fun. We had such a great time.
I love that slow foods movement with Prissy over there with the St.
Yes.
Johns County. That's amazing. And was that in partnership with specific farmers?
Yes,
Or
Paul and Jackie from the feed mill.
Awesome.
Yay.
That's awesome. We just went out for Parker Flower Farms,
Yes.
and there was we had a high tea brunch
Oh,
in the
did you have a great
sunflowers.
time?
It was awesome. It was really, really a cool time, and shout out to Colleen from
I know,
Spice and Tea to make that happen. So what else is going on? What is new? I know we have some estate sales coming up.
We do. We have two actually this weekend. We have one over in Volano and one over towards World Golf Village. So you can check out our estate sale happenings at gerealty.us under estate sales. And we're liquidating both homes, and then we'll eventually be listing the houses in the next couple weeks.
Is there any kind of preview time, or can you give us any kind of tips on like maybe one's more Art Deco or one's something?
Yeah, so you can preview all the photos for each house on the website at gerealty.us, and we have one of them, the one in Volano, has a lot of cool vintage collectibles.
Ooh,
so there's
awesome.
like G.I. Joe and Star Trek and comics and like all these like really fun, unique things that not every house has. And then the one out in World Golf Village, that one has some really pretty antiques and some unique little, glassware, Tiffany glass, things like that.
Ooh,
So
that sounds like very Elizabeth. That sounds like,
yeah.
Elizabeth
I
and
know.
Laura.
I'm
shout
gonna
out.
call them the girls.
they are gonna be there. All the vintage girlies.
Yeah, they swoop right in. But also talking about a big date that was just released is the surplus auction. This is what
Yes.
everybody has to save the date for.
Yes, so we officially set the date. The next St. Johns County surplus auction is June 20th.
Awesome.
We'll be previewing a day or two before that as well. All the details are on our auction website at geauction.com. Guys, this is seriously the biggest one we've had yet.
Really?
There's
Wow.
so much stuff. We're actually having to like Tetris all the vehicles and equipment into the yard. So it's a great weekend because it's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, what dad doesn't want a new backhoe?
I mean,
or,
hello,
you know,
yeah.
a truck or
I
equipment?
want a Bobcat. My husband says I don't need it,
No,
but then Jenna
no.
said Alan wants one. So Alan, you and I will be sharing a Bobcat. We will ride around together.
As long as
Listen.
Alan's there to supervise you,
No,
I'm
Alan's
fine with
gonna
this.
help. We're gonna do it together.
I want helmets on, knee pads, everything. Because
Share-
when
we're
you
gonna
hit
sh-
all the buttons,
We're gonna share
Yes.
custody of the Bobcat, Alan.
But
Yeah,
this is
I don't
really
know if
awesome.
you saw, but on his social page, he posted a video of an emotional support bobcat,
Yeah.
and he's out there like,
Oh my God, that's why Alan and I are meant to be friends.
Amazing, amazing. And just so everybody knows, the surplus, can you just give a little definition of what that means? And because everyone's looking at like trucks and bobcats, what does this mean?
Yes, so we are the contracted company that handles all of the St. Johns County surplus, and we assist them with the process of everything that's a county asset. When it reaches a certain point and it's nearing end of life, they're required to sell it and use the budget to buy new.
Oh, cool.
And basically what we do is make sure that they get the absolute maximum value out of whatever remaining life is left on these items.
That's
so
awesome.
we do trucks, trailers, ATVs, all the departments throughout the county. So this time we have an ambulance, a fire truck, we have ATVs, side-by-sides, trailers.
I need all
heavy
of it.
equipment. We get backhoes and we get mower attachments.
Awesome.
Big work trucks. We get cars.
I know
a
our
little bit
friend
of
Caleb
everything.
got a bus, and
Yes.
that's how he started Black Diamond
Yeah,
Limousine, which was
exactly.
amazing.
He's a great story.
Oh, he's a great story. I just, what a success, that guy. I love him so much. All right, so let's dive over. You brought a very special guest today, Jena. Can you introduce Corey to everybody?
Yeah, so Corey is one of our business partners at the real estate office. We refer a lot of our customers to him for bug and pest control. And in our industry, it's so important to have good partners partners with people that we trust and that our customers have had good experience. One thing I like to tell people, we don't get a kickback for referring him. We refer him because we trust his judgment, and his business practices have proven to help our customers. So that's super important in the industry, and we're excited to bring him on today.
Yeah, Corey, welcome to Sunny TV, buddy.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So talk about your bug journey. Like, have you always been into bugs, or is this something that was family run previously?
Completely honest, no. It was something I stumbled into by complete sheer dumb luck, and
Awesome.
it just grew on me. It started out just like everybody else, so that goes into any career that they don't know that they like, they're going to want to spend time in. Start out as a job.
I got to tell you, you're a great follow on social media. I did. I went through it this morning, and you've got some really good education tips, and you really focus on lawn care. And can you talk about why that's so important for the Floridians right now?
So, in the state of Florida, everyone wants to have a nice, green, pretty yard. Everyone's competing. Hey, we can give you the best, this, and this, and this. Honestly, a lot of things that can be done by the simple homeowner, so not everybody can afford it, but we try to work with what we can.
Nice.
One thing I do enjoy is I do enjoy being outdoors. I love working in my yard, love working with my kids, teaching them about the outdoors as well. So I grew up with the outdoors, so office life isn't the style for me. So
Yeah,
I'd
good.
rather be outside in the great outdoors and the nature, just enjoying that. But lawn care, and specifically in general, it's very easy for somebody to try to treat their lawn and damage it and to where you're all of a sudden going from spending just $20-30 of products at your local store to go and spending thousands of dollars having to replace your whole entire yard to get what you want.
Right, true. Because if you let it get out of control, it can really get out of
Correct.
control, right?
Correct.
Because
And
they're all
something
different
as simple as
species,
direction.
right? That are out there.
There's a lot of different. Well, there's 5 different main species of grass that we deal with in common, but each species of grass has its own variety of different grasses. So most common we deal with this is St. Augustine grass. Everyone knows St. Augustine grass.
Yes, sir.
With St. Augustine grass, there's so many different cultivations of between dwarf varieties, common varieties, what does better in shade, what does better in sun. Just there's simple little things that no one ever really thinks about. It's very easy to install something that's not going to do well in an area or figure out what's going wrong here. Just based off if you have good suggestions and general little bit of knowledge. So.
Yeah.
I got a question about
Sure.
bugs
Here we go.
and
Hot
stuff.
seat. Here we go.
Here we go. So, grubworms, 1.
Yes.
I
We
love
have
that
a-
you know the names.
Lawn care
very
is my
good.
new hobby.
She's very good, you guys. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a hound, red-bone
Okay.
hound. Well, she started digging like crazy. I'm like, what the heck? She found some moles. And then, first of all, the dog getting a rodent was like, I was freaking out. Then the thick white things, I looked it up. It's called a grubworm. So I had to get the grubworm treatment.
Right.
But how do I keep the moles away? And then these things called a cricket mole that looks like
Yeah,
Terminator.
those are creepy crawly.
What is with these things, and how do I just like hake it out? Like, because I don't want to do a bunch of poison on my yard.
Right,
What do I
that's
do?
a good point, Mel. Yeah.
Help!
There's a bunch of different methods, techniques, if you will, to try to keep it.
Do I play a didgeridoo? Like,
There are ultrasonic
Vacate.
tools that people will use. to
they don't
apply
work.
their
I
yard.
tried.
Some people have great success. Some people have never had a thing. I've never seen good success with them. The best thing I've seen, unfortunately, is doing general pesticide applications to the yard to reduce their population of what they're feeding on. In general, they're there because there's a food source. So there's something that they're finding in your yard that says it could be something as simple as earthworms, could be mole crickets, could be grubs, it could be all kinds of different things. To them, that's their popcorn. So everyone loves
yeah.
a good bucket of popcorn. They're no different. They're going to be snacking on it, crunching on it. If you can reduce that pest population, it's going to help for 1. For 2, going through, and this is a little bit more aggressive. People will go through it. I really hate the moles. Somebody put out this horrible mechanical device to sit there and catch these things, kill these things, so on and so forth. There's other methods. that
What
we
about
can
the
try to
smoking
naturally-
thing? You put the smoke bomb in
That's
in
one
the
technique
hole,
is
and
there.
it apparently they're supposed to like run and hide.
I think
Like,
I
does
saw
it
that
work?
in Caddyshack, the movie with
Yeah,
the.
does
You're right.
it-
I
does
remember
that
that.
work?
So it's a scent overload, same as like garlic and crushed red pepper. You've heard all these wise
Okay.
tales. It's meant to do is supposed to chase them out of the area because it's a sensory overload.
Does
to
it really
them.
work though?
It does do a decent
I
effect.
kind
to
of
it,
want that
so.
though, because I'm the guy that doesn't want to kill all the
No,
animals.
I
mean,
just
these
want
are
them
God's
to go.
creatures. I mean,
just
you
go
know?
into the woods behind the house
Right?
and
Can we
just
will
don't come back.
will them
Go in the
away?
neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
Right.
Go into my
that-
neighbor's yard,
That
yes.
being the problem there is, unfortunately, they're losing habitat, so they're having to come into our habitat.
Why do they want to
now,
move it
too,
in my
so.
house?
Because it's cozy and lovely. You do a great
probably
job,
have a
Miss
nice
Lawn.
lush yard that's got nice hydration to it. It's nice and cool. It's got all kinds of good stuff in it for it to feed on. So,
God.
unfortunately, unfortunately, they're finding not so yummy little things in your yard to feed on too. So,
Well, that's the end of them.
So
Eviction.
we're dog parents over here, and I'm always worried about when someone comes over and treats the lawn. How safe is it for my dogs? Do I have to wait a couple hours? Can you talk about the safety of having pets
sure,
and
absolutely.
lawn care?
So we treat a lot of our clients have pets. They love having family members, even if you have children, cats, whatever it is. We always recommend, hey, if we're doing some kind of application to your yard, if it's a heavy application, give it 4 hours to dry. You want it to let it dry.
Okay.
Realistically, what we're putting out, if we're doing a lawn application for just a general bug, it's only meant to be a contact kill insecticide. It's not going to go through and leave a residual to where it's something that can be uptaken through. Everyone wants to be able to go walk through their front yard in bare feet, roll around on the grass if they want.
I'm not rolling around on my grass. I don't like to get dirty.
You got to give it a try.
The hills
it's a
are
wonderful
alive,
experience.
honey,
So,
You don't
but-
have an LMA.
I love it.
Hey, that's my friend Jenna. Don't.
I know.
I love her.
She
You'll have
is-
to come roll in the grass with her.
You know what? I probably would.
Yeah.
So, Jenna, I got to pivot to you real quick and talk about the importance of selling homes with people and the importance of everybody upkeeping their lawns, and that's important for the sale, correct?
Yeah. So for me, it's all about education, whether it's lawn pest or termites or, whatever type of pest control. We live in Florida, and it's just, I don't get like super anxiety, and I'm not one of those realtors that like, oh my God, there's termites. It's just a part of everyday maintenance when you live in this area of the United States. So I handle it very practically. Like, here's the situation. Here's your options for treatment. You can either do preventative or you can wait till there's an issue and treat it. And there's pros and cons to both. And here's your options. And that's what I love about these guys is, I can hand my customer over to them and he educates them. He gives them multiple options from less aggressive to very aggressive. And I feel like my customers trust that. It's ultimately their decision what route they want to go, but just providing them with options and education is really key.
So, Corey, do you think a termite bond is essential in Florida? Is that
absolutely.
okay. Yeah, me too.
The way I look at it is you hope that you never need it,
Yeah.
but you have it in case you. Same as like with car insurance, homeowners insurance, anything like that. And what most people don't realize is if you have homeowners insurance, it doesn't cover a termite problem. So
Oh.
if you have a major issue, it's not going to be covered. If it's resulting of termites now,
Yeah.
it's not going to be covered because they consider that an outside event occurring on the house. So
Tell me,
Wild, yeah.
tell me about there's these different cockroaches. What's the difference
We
between
say
them?
palmetto bugs.
No, that's like a type, but there's like these German ones and like
you mammal.
Austrian
Here
ones.
we go. Okay.
Tell me about these guys and how
So,
do you get them
not
to like
give
go
you nightmare
bye bye?
fuel, but there's about 10 different species of roaches in Florida.
Oh my
that we
god!
deal
Now
with,
I'm having a
so-
fever dream.
But 9 of which are all exterior dwelling. So,
Okay.
which means they live outside. They don't want to be inside, but they will occasionally come inside. We call those occasional invaders. So, something weather-wise occurs. Do you want to be wet or hot or too dry? No, that's when they start pushing inside, looking for a more stable environment. Unfortunately, if your home's ready for it and acceptable, and it's not, there's a very bad stigma about if you have a dirty house, you're going to have a roach problem. That's not true. I've been in everywhere between a $5 house to a $5 million house, and I've seen a roach problem occur every once in a while across the board.
True, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's a horrible stigma. I hate hearing that, and just when we talk about it, it's like it's possible. It's very possible. So we go through, do nice, safe methods on the interior, and then we really nail down the outside, the exterior, to start treating the problem before it becomes a problem inside.
Yeah.
So if we can reduce that pressure and give them a reason to stay away from the home, that's the whole goal for sure.
There's
So,
nothing better than peace of mind with pest control.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And just knowing that you are blanketed and you are taken care of, and your contact, right, is super easy, and you'll be able to come up with some great solutions.
Can we talk about my arch nemesis, the freaking mosquito?
You came prepared for this interview
Listen,
today.
I'm telling you.
Corey is definitely in the hot seat on this.
Corey, tell me, how do we? Is there a way to eliminate them all once and for good, or how do you do
There's
this? What do
not a
you
way to
do? I
eliminate
know the
them all.
basics, like don't have standing water, like all that, but
Yeah.
like.
Right. Well,
Why,
let's talk about that topic right there specifically, the standing water. Did you know mosquitoes can only need about a bottle cap worth of water to lay eggs in? So
That's it?
Oh my god,
That's
I'm
it.
itching now.
Not a
Oh,
lot.
wow.
Not a lot. So their eggs can actually sit there and wait until they get a decent amount of water to go through and hatch into the larva. So
Unbelievable.
they are a challenge pest, but unfortunately, they're a food source for other things as well. So,
Yeah.
the best way to keep them is protect yourself, treat your yard. There's different methods that go through and how about to do that. So I have some clients that have that we call them mosquito buckets. So They're an into care system. It's meant to have a growth regulator to treat the larva. It's meant to have a fungicide that actually treat the adult mosquitoes as well. So we do liquid applications to the yard. We do fogging and misting of the yard.
Cool.
We do just top to bottom treatments on the house. It just depends on how severity of the problem it is how severe we're going to approach that.
How long do those fogs really last for? I mean, is that like a summertime season, or you need to re-up every 2 weeks?
If you're using whatever you use is going to be a contact kill when it comes to a broad spectrum property like that, just because you don't want to leave a heavy residual. So again, we're only wanting to treat that target pest and not treat other things coming into that aspect as well. So you want to be able to go out and enjoy your backyard for nice summer picnics and so on and so forth. So what we generally recommend is like, hey, if you have a party coming up, so 4th of July is going to be knocking on the corner here very soon.
Good call, yeah.
What we was talking about is, if you're going to have an outdoor party, give us a call a day or two before so we can come out and do a good solid treatment for you. You can enjoy your outdoors. It's going to help with not just mosquitoes, but flying insect activity in general. We're talking about the biting flies. We're talking about the gnats, the house flies, things that you're constantly shooing away, trying to get out of your face. It's going to help with all of those just because it doesn't make for a great party when you're sitting there trying to have a conversation. Every 5 seconds. You're sitting there waving at
Well,
somebody.
and mosquitoes love me. They'll bite my face.
Yeah,
it's a weird. Okay, next question.
You're sweet.
You're in the hot seat for sure.
Oh, jeez.
Give me what you got.
Cuban tree frogs and the cane toads. They're toxic to animals, you guys. What do you do about the frogs?
That's a very challenging one because there has not been a good control method that I have personally encountered with them yet.
Well, let's develop one, Corey.
You stumped him.
We
You
can
won.
go
You're the winner.
worldwide.
You're the bug princess now.
I say that because they are a real issue. So they're out competing our native. We have a native species of tree frogs
Yeah,
here,
and they're
which are a lot
killing
smaller.
them.
Right.
Bastards.
They'll go through and eat. They're out compete them for food, but they'll actually generate and eat them as food as well because they grow to 3 times their size.
Yeah, and apparently you're supposed to get them and put them in the freezer. I'm not putting the freaking frog in my freezer.
Where do you get this
So how do
information?
It's called research.
No, she's absolutely right.
See?
They
Hey!
Alex
So Corey,
Powers.
how do you keep them away? Like, get out of here.
There's not a good treatment, he said.
So
But
the
preventative.
best thing I've seen is general cleaning of the home. If you
Okay.
go through and regularly pressure wash your home every couple months, once
Jim,
every 6 months
pressure
or so.
wash.
Yep.
Insecticides really don't have an effect on them, unfortunately, because it's not working. The mechanism of action doesn't work on them as the other ones do. So the best control method, again, you've done your research, and they're going to tell you, spray it with benzoyl or something that numbs it and puts it into a translucent state, and then gently place it into
Hit 'em with
a
the damn
cold
shovel, throw 'em in the
environment,
woods.
so on and so forth. It's comical to what they're telling you to do, is because no one in their right mind that's going to go, let me try to catch this frog.
True.
and
That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
toxic.
Like, who is that
Right.
person?
So that's where our native pest control, unfortunately nobody likes snakes, but snakes are a very great part of controlling them as well.
Yes.
Same with the cane toads and stuff, which we
That's
don't have.
not what
big-
Mel wanted to hear.
I'm sorry, but
It's
Well-
the truth. And that's how nature works.
I mean,
It's
let me
a
tell you.
all-rounder.
I found this stuff called snake bee gone. Everyone laughs at me, but when I sprinkle it around the exterior of my fence, it keeps them away because
I'm not laughing.
let me tell you, I've gotten very good at, like, if I see a snake, the black ones still freak me out, but not as bad.
The racers.
But
I love them.
There was a rattlesnake, and let me tell you, I grabbed my shovel so I was screaming my head
No
off. My
ma'am,
number
no
came out.
ham. All right,
No,
family
I
show.
did. With the rattlesnake, I got him.
Yeah.
I'm
Jenna,
not scared.
do you have some success stories with this and how people can really, if they have a situation and you referred Corey over to be able to help, get their home back in order, do you have any success stories that why this works?
Absolutely. I mean, as we all know, termites is a big deal in Florida, and there's the new Formosan termites, which are something that, we're learning more about and
There's
learning how to
more?
adapt.
Yeah, they're very aggressive.
Yeah. So, anytime we are in the due diligence with a buyer or seller for that matter, and the termite word is spoken, it has to be addressed in order to move forward with the purchase for the most part. There are cash buyers that will buy it as is, but for the most part, most people want to address that prior to purchasing a home, or at least, have some type of credit to address it. So I love being able to have a partner that can give options both for treatment prior to the closing or, options on how to treat it after. And, like I said, educating them. It's saved several deals from, falling apart just because we knew the proper channels to take and give the buyers and sellers options to work through it.
I love that. And Corey, I really think what you're doing is amazing because you're people trust you, and I think that you really get the job done. Even the short time that we've talked to him today, I feel like
I'm gonna get his card and he's coming to my house.
100,000,000%. But what are
That's it.
some good quick tips that people are watching this out there? What are some good things that we can get ahead of right now before we really get into the sweltering hot season? What can we look out for?
Biggest thing is keeping things trimmed back, reducing your harbor sites, if you will. So silliest things of just going through, keeping your grass cut, keeping your shrubs trimmed up, watching your irrigation, how much you're watering, things like that. Don't stack a pile of mulch. That's the number one thing I see. It's the worst thing you can do for your house is just keep piling mulch on top of mulch on top of mulch.
Okay,
No, you
yeah.
gotta get rid of it when it's
Great
bad.
harbor. Right,
Yeah.
right. You only need about 3 to 4 inches of mulch is what's recommended through best management practices. So that's enough to go through, insulate your shrubbery that you're putting down or whatever vegetation you're trying to grow there, plant-wise. It's enough to go through and keep weeds out of the area. You still probably have to treat it every now and then, but that mulch works as a great harbor site for a lot of occasional invaders, and then more importantly, it works as a great harbor site for termites as well. Everyone's running their AC right now. It's hot. It's
Yes,
only
sir.
going to get hotter. So you have a drip line that comes out. Make sure that drip line's extended away from the house. If you have it dropping right there into this nice, pile of mulch that's up against the house, you've created a perfect environment for termite activity to possibly occur. So the a study was done, I want to say 5 years ago now, and I might be misspeaking on this, but the average acre of property was estimated to have anywhere between 22 to 25 colonies of subterranean termites on
Yep.
it. That's a lot. It could be something as small as 50 to 100, or it could be upwards to 100,000. And that's just for eastern subs. So we start talking about the damp woods and formosans, and you have dry woods, and you have possible cone heads. The sky's a limit.
God, I'm
when it comes to
stressed now.
termites. So
What about fungus? I read up on your page too that you do treat for fungus too.
We do.
Because I'm hearing about this wet wood and things like that. That's obviously a breeding ground for some fungi.
it can be. The best thing to do with that is to, again, moisture control.
Got it.
Fungus is directly driven by moisture control. It's a number one key factor for when it comes to stressing environment, especially with lawns and things like that. We just came out of the winter time. It killed off a lot of fungus for us. So we had a hard freeze, did a lot of plant damage, unfortunately, but it stopped a lot of fungal damage to the yards as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to be very quickly moving into gray leaf spot season. So luckily that's not a fungal pathogen that's transferred, but it's still a disease that has to be directly controlled through moisture management and good practices through it. When it comes down to wood and things like that, best thing you can do is remove the wood from the area that's starting to, if you have a pile of wood for a fire pit and you're noticing it's starting to have an occurrence, again, there's something moisture-wise that's happening with it. You're not covering it, it's getting hit by sprinklers, it's getting rained on, whatever it is. You
Yeah.
want to move that away and just try to control that. That way you're not having to deal with that. So.
That's all. Corey, this is a wealth of information for all of us today. Thank you guys both
yes,
for your
thank you
time.
so
This
much.
is so awesome.
Absolutely.
Corey, where can people find you? Where can people get their bug questions answered?
Best place to find us right now actually is on Facebook through social media.
I'll put that in comments, yeah.
Like you saw on there, we go through and we'll do tips, tutorials, so on and so forth. The general what you can do at home. We love to show off our work that we do. So we love to share our experiences with people and then where they can find us. We have a Google review page and everything, which everyone does this day and age. So
course.
that's great to speak your word out there and share their experiences.
There's a
But
great side-by-side photo that you posted of one that you treated and then obviously
Yes.
the neighbors. And we have that there. Mel, did you hit that picture by chance?
Let's see.
Yeah, you can see that on one side. You can see where Corey's treated it. On the other side, it needs some Corey attention. So
Yes.
there's the proof in the punch
look
right
at this.
there. I'm going to tell everybody to follow Bug Bombers. This is amazing. I think this is really good. I do have one final question for Corey.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have house flies, right? They're so
Oh, here
annoying.
he goes.
Why do house flies go in the house and butterflies know to stay outside? Why?
Yeah,
Where is that?
that's
so
true.
Houseflies actually have a great sense of smell when they're looking for a food source. Their
True.
number one food source.
Don't
is
be a good
sanitation
cook,
issue.
David.
So our food, our drinks, our trash, that's all great food sources for them. They're looking for the solely purpose of to eat, digest, reproduce,
But they
continue
always
life
want to go
cycle.
outside. Why are they inside?
They'll follow the scent of whatever's happening inside. Do you use any kind of air fresheners inside the house?
Yes.
Scented oils or
yes,
anything?
I do.
So that's
I'm,
something that
I'm
could
an
be,
essential oil person, yeah.
that could be something that intrigues them to where they follow that. Then once they get in there, bouncing off the windows trying to get back out. Usually.
Well, I'm putting citronella candles in. I'm just getting that
It's a
done.
great
You guys
thought.
are amazing. Thank you so much. Jenna, amazing. Great expectations. Tell everybody where to follow you.
GERealty.us.
We love it. And we love you guys so much. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.